Another video on the limited ingredients, limited kind of budget kind of stuff. So I did a frittata. I did it with a potato rosti base. It was delicious. And then I did it with croutons, and it wasn't so delicious. It was alright. I still ate it, you know. But I was kind of thinking, I wanted to get a better idea, and I kind of want to do like an eggy bread type of thing with it. But the croutons kind of didn't kind of work because they were too crunchy. So I had some bread from another experiment in the freezer. So what I thought we'd do is we will use that bread up, because it's nice, but it's not my usual kind of nice bread. So I thought what we'll do is we'll use that last bit of bread up. I fried it in a bit of chicken fat, or any kind of fat that you've got. And then I kind of thought what we'll do, I'll just turn that down while I talk, is there enough egg in there? There's another egg in there, just to be sure. So what I thought we'd do is I'd fry the bread off, and I've cut it into croutons, so it's still soft, and I've soaked it in the egg, so it's kind of soaked up the eggy goodness. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry these eggy croutons off in a bit more bit of chicken fat. Start them off in the bottom of the pan, like that. You see, there's still some egg in there, but that's kind of quite fine. Turn that up. Then I'm going to pour in onions and peas, because that's what I've got, and that's what's in the kind of limited budget, limited kind of ingredients stuff that I've kind of done so far. So just kind of the cheapest things you can buy in the supermarket, and trying to get as many dishes out of cheap ingredients as you kind of can. So like eggs, peas, onions, carrots, oats, rice, chicken stock cubes, a bit of cooking bacon, that type of thing. Flour as well, so it's bread flour that I bought, because my all-purpose flour, plain flour is fine, but with bread flour you can make bread, and you can't really do that with normal flour that you make pastry out of. So I reckon in a frittata there's about 150 grams worth of filling per, a bit of cheese in this would be nice, but we haven't got any. About 150 grams worth of filling per egg. I've gone slightly over that, and there's about 100 grams worth of bread, and there's 200 grams of peas, 200 grams of onions, and then salt and pepper, and then there's 5 eggs in all. So we're crisping these up, so that will go kind of crispy on the bottom, hopefully, and then we'll put this on top. It'll set slightly, and then we'll bring it underneath the grill, and then finish it off underneath the grill, so it'll still be a little bit soft, I think. See, those are like nice and soft, those kind of, so we by covering them, I should just be getting on with this instead of talking, shouldn't I? So by cooking them, we've given them a bit of crisp and given them a bit of flavour and a bit more interestingness. I could have just cut the bread up and put it in with the eggs and kind of done it that way, but I just kind of thought frying it first, it'd just be that little bit more interesting. So turn the heat up slightly, and I kind of want it to be crispy on the outside, soft in the centre, and then just kind of quite cooked on top. So hopefully this will work, and we'll do it in real time. So we're only at 3.5 minutes, so for 3 minutes 50 seconds. So that's not so bad for a video, because I always concern myself that my videos get a little bit long. Got a spatula. I'm not going to waste that bit of egg. You shouldn't waste anything, should you really? You've got to pay for it, so you should extract all kinds of flavour and all kinds of money out of everything. So it's not sticking to the sides, that's kind of quite good. So I've used chicken fat because I've been faffing around with chicken stock, so I've got fat that kind of come off the top of it, so I always kind of save the fat, so we're frying in chicken fat today. But anything you kind of got, oil's going to get expensive, with what's going on in the world. Lard would be really good, even better if it's your homemade. Beef dripping, kind of olive oil, what you've kind of got in the cupboard. Butter would be lovely, but it's really expensive. It's butter compared to everything else, so although it'll give you lots of flavour, can't kind of justify the butter. So that's cooked enough on the outside, it's got a nice bit of colour, so we'll stick it underneath the grill, finish it off, it won't take long, so that can come off. And then hopefully the grill's on. Yes, the grill is on. And then just underneath the grill, not the plastic part of the what we call it, of the pan, otherwise that will burn. And then the stock's still on. So I can just bring the stock back up to temperature and it's back on the proper bit of gas. That's alright. That's alright. So I don't think it'll take long. Run a bit of water because we're washing up. I don't know, and I kind of think it's nice to see things in done in real time. That's the idea of, here's one I made earlier, and that really kind of appeals to me, because I think there's a lot of cheating that goes on when people do that. So I just want to cook it until it stops wobbling. So I might as well do a bit of washing up on there as well. So if it isn't clattering, it's me doing washing up. So if I had a bit of leftover cheese, that would be really nice in this, but I haven't got any, so I'm not going to put any in. I haven't got any. Well, I have got some cheese, but I'm not going to put that cheese in this. Sometimes I regret not buying a dishwasher. I just complained that the dishwasher was full of things that I wanted to use and they weren't clean by the dishwasher, if I'm honest. There we go. So it's just that set, so I don't need that on, so turn it off. Save the fuel. And then, am I bothered about making a mess of my board? No, not really. I reckon we can flip it out quite quickly. Hopefully. There we go, that looks good, doesn't it? That's the wash. And then, that one's washing as well. And then, doesn't that look good? It should just be cooked. I mean, it's like eggy bread. I mean, like a eggy bread with vegetables, stroke frittata. So is that? Oh, just cooked. Just. That's actually proper barbers. That's probably slightly undercooked for some people, but delicious for me. Plate. A nice fresh egg, so it won't be a problem. And we don't suffer from salmonella in the UK. So, how's it taste? Good. Really nice. So, another one of those recipes for a limited budget and limited ingredients, which is delicious. A winner.